Let's try. Do you have some commentary, Anita? We've been joined by Michael Tremblay in the background here, who apparently, you know Gary Snyder's work? Somewhat?
A little bit.
You're
I've
welcome.
seen him before.
You saw him,
Yeah.
heard him speak, or today's his 78th birthday, and we're filming this. We're going to put. You're okay with being up on YouTube? I mean, because we've got to get permission, but they don't sue us and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, that's good. So I wanted to share some more work from Snyder. Does anybody want to read something from Snyder or from any of these other guys? I want to fill this with as much poetry as possible, but talk is fine too.
I'd appreciate it if in lieu of me reading, he would read the last poem in the book Myths.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Because
Anita has brought this book from her own library. This is an early book by Snyder in its second printing. Boy, only $4 from New Directions for this one. The very last one. Okay. There are 3 or 4 sections in this book. Let me see if I'll remind myself of them. Whoa.
yeah,
Well, at any rate, this is from...
At the time he wrote this form of writing was very novel.
Yeah. Okay, this is number 17 from the section, which is the last section of this book, called Burning. The text. Sourdough Mountain called a fire in. Up Thunder Creek, high on a ridge. Hiked 18 hours, finally found a snag and 100 feet around on fire. All afternoon and into night, digging the fire line, falling the burning snag. It fans sparks down like shooting stars over the dry woods, starting spot fires, flaring in wind up Skagit Valley from the sound. Toward morning it rained. We slept in mud and ashes. Woke at dawn, the fire was out, the sky was clear, we saw the last glimmer of the morning star. The myth. Fire up Thunder Creek and the mountain. Troy is burning, the cloud mutters, the mountains are your mind. The woods bristle there, dogs barking and children shrieking rise from below. Rain falls for centuries, soaking the loose rocks in space. Sweet rain, the fire's out, the black snag glistens in the rain, and the last wisp of smoke floats up into the absolute cold, into the spiral whorls of fire, the storms of the Milky Way. Buddha incense in an empty world, black pit cold and light year flame tongue of the dragon licks the sun. The sun is but a morning star.
Yeah, I love that last line. The sun is but a morning.
Well, you know who said that first?
No, I don't.
Thoreau, I'm pretty sure, was the one who said that first.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was Henry David Thoreau who first sprung that one on. He doesn't put it in quotes there, but I think I saw it.
Thank you very much for that.
Well, you're very welcome. So that was Snyder. Let's move over to Kenneth Rexroth here. I want to read a short. Hi, Susan. Is Nicholas going to show up?
Might I make one comment, just a couple of sentences?
Sure.
What I really appreciate about Gary Snyder's work is that when he talks about nature and uses it in his poetry, he talks about someone who's looking up and out, not someone who's looking from his brain down, from his mind down, so to speak.
Yes, it's very informed by earthly presences, non-human presences.
Yes.
Or nature in the general sense.
But he's almost, it seems like he's in touch with the noetic world. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Well,
is Lyell's hypothesis again?
no, this is only George is talking about this little volume by Rexroth. This is a collection, a suite of poems that he wrote about the tomb of a Japanese princess in Kyoto. It's a very narrow selection of his poems. Maybe we'll do a Rexroth show someday, and we'll include that.
I love to read that poem.
Well, we'll try to bring you in when that
I have
happens.
yet to bring you that.
At any rate, I want to read, Rexroth was a very important mentor for Snyder, I believe, and he met him in 1953 during a time when Rexroth was conducting a weekly literary salon or soiree at his apartment in San Francisco. It was through Rexroth's agency, I believe, that much of the central core of the San Francisco branch of the Beat generation came into consolidation. And he introduced Snyder and Ginsberg to each other at his home, and then Snyder brought Kerouac over to, Rick Ginsberg brought Snyder, Ginsberg brought Kerouac over to Snyder's apartment in Berkeley. And that was depicted in the Dharma Bums too. If you remember the scene, George, Ginsberg and Kerouac walk into Snyder's little apartment on Milvia Street. It's a little cabin, cottage in the back of another house. And Kerouac has been conscientious enough to bring a jug of wine, because they know they're going to drink some wine when they get there. And they bring it in. Snyder is sitting in a full lotus position or thereabouts, and sees the bottle of wine. He springs into life with a little buck knife, or what did you call those things, and goes cling against the bottle of wine with that knife. Remember that scene?
No.
Well, it is. It's in the Dharma Bums, and whether that's true or not, it probably is.
I remember the red bandana over the lamp.
Ah, he remembers the red bandana.
With what's her name and Apatow.
Yeah, well, according to what Kerouac says in Big Sur, that woman in the Dharma Bums was the woman who later married him. Apparently was Joanne Kiger. We're naming names. Norman O'Brien says civilization consists in the gradual revelation of some secret. Maybe that's what we're doing here. Not too gradual. Okay, let me read this poem by Rexroth. This is number 7 from On Flower Reef Hill, written about this cemetery in Kyoto, where also Snyder participated in Zen studies and practice for a number of years, starting in about 56 and continuing up into the early 60s. Night shuts down the misty mountains with fine rain. The 7th day of my 70th year, 7710, my own Tanabata and my own great purification. Who crosses in midwinter from Altair to Vega, from the eagle to the swan, under the earth, against the sun? Orion, my guardian king, stands on Kegon Kyoyama. So many of these ancient tombs are the graves of heroes who died young. The combinations of the world are unstable by nature. Take it easy. Nirvana. Change rules the world forever, and man but a little while. That Kenneth Rexroth. Let's get back to Snyder again, because I want to, let's see, mark some things here. Here, I'm going to read some very quick excerpts from Snyder's this book again, The Old Ways. This is from an essay called The Politics of Ethnopoetics. Just some quick quotations from here.